The Reluctant Leader. It was a brisk morning in December 1783, the kind that made the air crisp and invigorating. George Washington, the esteemed commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, rode his horse along the familiar path to the Maryland State House in Annapolis. This would be no ordinary day. It was the day Washington intended to resign his commission and return to his beloved Mount Vernon. For 8 long years, he had led his men through the trials and tribulations of the Revolutionary War, from the icy waters of the Delaware River to the bitter cold of Valley Forge. Washington had stood as a pillar of strength and resilience. His unwavering determination had seen the American colonies through to victory, culminating in the British surrender at Yorktown in 1781. But now, with peace finally at hand, he yearned for the quiet life of a farmer, away from the political machinations and endless responsibilities of military command. As he approached the State House, the weight of his decision settled heavily on his shoulders. Inside, the Congress awaited him. The room fell silent as Washington entered, his presence commanding respect and admiration from every corner. He was not just their leader, he was a symbol of the newfound nation's aspirations and ideals. Washington stood before Congress, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "Mr. President," he began, addressing Thomas Mifflin, the President of the Congress, "I have the honor of presenting myself before you to resign the commission I have had the honor to hold in the service of my country." His words carried the weight of years of sacrifice, of battles fought and lives lost. He expressed his gratitude to the officers and soldiers who had fought alongside him, and his deep appreciation for the trust and support of the Congress. But most poignantly, he spoke of his desire to retire from public life, to return to the simple pleasures of home and family. The room was thick with emotion as he handed over his commission. Washington's humility and sense of duty were evident in every word he spoke. He had never sought power for its own sake, and now, in this defining moment, he demonstrated the true measure of his character by relinquishing it willingly. As he exited the State House, a wave of relief washed over him. The burden of leadership had been immense, but he had carried it with grace and dignity. Now, he was free to return to his fields, to Martha, and to the quiet life he had always cherished. His retirement would be short-lived. The fledgling nation would soon call upon him once more, this time to serve as its first president. But on that December day in 1783, George Washington allowed himself a rare moment of peace, content in the knowledge that he had served his country with honor and integrity. He was a reluctant leader, driven not by ambition, but by an unwavering commitment to the ideals of liberty and justice, and in his heart, he knew that this was his greatest legacy.